Bonjour Michelle, Cécile from the Financial Review. So joining a little bit on Ed's question, the analyst said that the board has pivoted to a neutral bias. Do you agree?
Pivot. Pivot, that word used to get used a lot in the pandemic. I haven't heard it so much recently. I think what the board is doing is, as it said, and it's responding to data as the data come out. What the board is saying is that there are risks on both sides of this, and the risks are finely balanced. On the one hand, on the upside, we still have inflation above target, and we know from overseas that it's a bumpy ride, and we also know that services inflation is still elevated, and that's proving difficult to get down. On the other hand, we're conscious that consumption is slowing a lot, that the unemployment rate, there are signs that, as I said earlier, that some of the tightness in the labour market is easing, so you've got that on the downside. What the board is basically saying is that we're uncertain, we don't know, we can't rule in or out either.
Governor, Tom Tucevic from The Australian. Last week we saw the Fair Work Commission grant a fairly hefty wage rise to aged care workers. Later in the year we'll see its decision in the minimum wage order. Given that that's such a key component of services inflation, what are your forecasts factoring in for the wage rises that you're expecting later in the year?
So our forecasts factor in wage rises that have been granted, not ones that are in prospect. So the aged care piece, for example, would not be in our forecasts at the moment. But let me say right up front that I don't think anyone would begrudge aged care workers a rise. They've been historically underpaid for the work they do. It's a very important job. And there's shortages in those industries. So I think it's a very worthy pay rise. I don't think personally, and I don't think when we do put it into our forecast, I don't think it's going to make a measurable difference really to what we're forecasting. We might want to watch to see if there are some spillovers, but I'm not expecting that it's going to have a great impact.
Peter Hannon from The Guardian. Just to clarify, if you could, Governor, was a possible rate cut at all considered in this board meeting? You did mention that you're looking for greater confidence to inflation's coming down. Specifically, what would it take, if you like, to get a rate cut as part of your consideration if you didn't do it today?
What we need to consider a rate cut is really to be much more confident that inflation is coming back into the band in the future. And as you know, the central forecasts, have it not coming back into the band until 2025. So if we were to see some acceleration and get some more confidence that is we are overachieving there, then possible rate cuts might be something on the agenda. But at the moment, we're not seeing that. We're in a position where we're cautious. We want to wait and see. As I said, risks on both sides, and we need to be conscious of that.